the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in. In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Coloradians and everyone that's smart enough to listen from the outside.
It's one of the most amazing plants we've ever discovered.
The pot party, the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
Wheaties! I got weed pots!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another week of Stoned Appetit. And with, as always, it's your host, Kip, and coming from one of our favorite locations in town. We're down in the Free Market, and I'm excited because we got a group chat going on today, and it's going to be a hell of a one. We have a repeat guest joining us. CB started a new gig, so he won't be joining us today. So we have,
Miss you, Bama.
Yeah, look at that. Taj has already given him a shout out, and so we'll probably do that throughout the episode. But as y'all heard, that's Chef Taj Cooke, and to his left is his wife Danielle. Danielle, hey, how's it going?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm fired up to be here.
Yeah.
Giddy is the schoolgirl. We got beers, we got pizza on the way, and we have some dank fish. But in addition to the lovely couple, the dank fish, y'all just stay tuned.
Yes.
That's a little teaser. We have Miss Gertie Harris from the Firside at 5 group, I guess, our collective?
Yeah, collective.
Collective, sorry. I didn't know exactly. Gertie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. All my favorite things.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then, last but not least, we have Anna and Chef Josh Pendellton-Ridgeway. Josh, how are you, brother?
I'm good.
And also, Anna is his 3-year-old daughter that is watching TV next to us, so we may ask her if she has any input, but who's to say if she really does contribute?
Yes. She is the face of the company.
Hey, that's smart. Yes. Y'all are destined for
She gets
greatness.
a percentage of everything that we bring in.
Once again, smart.
Yes.
That orange juice will be subject to that cord at one time or another. I will tell you that.
I can see that.
Well, before we get this party started, we do have a solid conversation going on today. From those that have seen it on our social media, as well as Chef Taj's social media, they have a once-a-month dinner going on that starts, I guess, back in March or April? March. In March. And so we're about to come up on the May dinner series. That's May 13th, and we want to know a little bit more about it. He's teaming up with chefs from around the area, prior guests. Chef Natasha Hess from Ginger Pig was his guest in April, and the chef that will be joining him for the one we are promoting this week is a former guest as well, and Chef Jesus from
Dirty Jesus.
The Golden Mill. Yes. So we're about to tee off on not only dank food but also dank conversation.
Yeah, man.
But before we get to that, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Kyoto Botanicals. Spelled just like it sounds, KYOTO, botanicals.com. These guys are a CBD company that's been backing us for a minute now, and we believe in them just as they believe in us. They've come on the podcast, they've talked the science, and the product has proven itself in the field. Everything from dog, medicine we'll call it, all the way to tinctures, gummies. They even have balms. Whatever you may need, whether it be a physical pain or a sleep aid, they've got you covered. And so does the team here at Stoned Appetit. So that's why we're going to give you 20% off. Go to KyotoBotanicals.com, and if you buy anything, it ships nationwide. CBD products backed by science, high-grade quality product. Coming to you from Colorado. Use promo code Stoned Appetit. No E at the end. Can't emphasize that enough. Stoned Appetit. Just like the French magazine.
Get it right.
It kills me.
Damn it.
But it hurts me because it hurts you. That's 20% off. So all your total order is shipped nationwide. You got an anxious dog? Get it. You got an anxious wife? Get it. All of this works. It's like Delta 8, but without any of the physical side effects.
Yes. You have anxious you. Get it.
Yes, exactly. Taj knows what I'm talking about.
It's the best ad ever.
That's why they pay us. Even our guests are in on this.
No, that was awesome.
That's a hell of an ad.
Marketing, you just killed it.
I'm checking this afterwards.
Yeah.
I
am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
And
want
check
like 20% off.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah.
If you, I vouch for it. I also use it, so that, and they also pay me. So take that how you want. Dave Chappelle once said, Coke, Pepsi, I can't taste the difference. I like what everyone paid me most recently. So I respect that.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, I vouch for this product because I am, in fact, using it. So shout out to the crew over at Kyoto Botanicals, Stoned Up Appetit promo code.
Love it.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Love it.
We already know Chef Taj, so we're not, if y'all don't remember, check out an episode. I think you were the first one back last fall.
Yes, sir.
But Chef Taj is he's done, I guess, you're doing a dinner series across the city pretty much.
I was. We were doing the ITAL dinner series.
Yeah.
I actually did a little recap, so I had to listen to our episode, like 2 hours out.
You got me beat.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. You were great. Great
Classic
leadership.
me.
Yeah. We did an ITAL dinner series over here at Bruto. It was amazing. We showcased farmers and chefs and told their stories and connected the dots across the city. You know what I mean?
But
So
then
it was
you
amazing.
did Pony Up as well.
Yeah.
And then now you're doing this new collective series where
Yes, sir.
we're at French 75 next month. So we're kind of, you are in fact doing a dinner series across the city.
Trying to. We're trying to change the game.
It's a righteous movement.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, especially when you partner up with the interested individuals who are trying to tell their stories. You know, you have so many chefs out there who've been in back of house that have just continued working the 9 to 5, hitting the pavement, working every fucking day. This is an opportunity to put them in the spotlight, put the light on them a little bit.
And, you mentioned stories of not only our other guests, but also the other chefs joining us. Let's introduce and get to know a little bit of our guests here. And
Yeah.
let's start with the lovely lady, your bride.
Yeah.
To the left, Miss Danielle.
12 years of patience.
Oh, no, it's hers now.
Not.
She's going to have to, she's going to
Now I
explain
get to
it.
say that,
Yeah.
yes.
Danielle, tell us a little bit about yourself, why you keep putting up with Taj.
Man,
All
please,
of these things.
Please.
Well, I feel he's worth it.
He's great. I bust his balls, but I do love him.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just proud of him. I mean, I come from a healthcare background, or really call center, so that's what I do in my regular 9 to 5. I am a manager of operations, essentially, for Anthem Blue Cross.
Okay.
So still a lot of
In the insurance game.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to fight with you all the time. I used to do pre-auth at a hospital
Oh,
back in the
man.
day.
Patient one.
Oh, yeah.
I swear,
You
we're
do
the
seem
good
a lot more,
guys.
but no, you're not.
Yeah,
Who is
no,
it?
not on that side. We help. We do help.
Are you on
members,
patient
though.
side, or are
Yeah,
you
we're on the
more
patient
okay,
side,
there we
so
go.
we're
not on
connect-
company side.
Right, we're connecting them with nurses and health professionals to get them connected, but we're also looking for ways that we can be better as a company, and that's actually what I like about Anthem, because they're always looking at being actually better for the people. So
That's a seamless plug. We don't
Yeah.
usually do those
I
for
don't- I
Blue
didn't
Cross,
mean
but
to.
I'm going to reach out to Blue Cross and see if they want to do our next ad read. That's a great. You did it right there. That's a great stuff.
That's
they care, I
great.
swear.
And how did you find yourself at this table tonight? I mean, well, I do need health insurance. I don't know if you
Right?
know. I think I was on crutches last time we did ours.
You were on crutches.
Yeah.
So that
Happy to
actually
see you
Well,
back
it
counts.
here.
ties well.
My
Yes.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm at this table because of him. He started everything, but it was all in support of him being a chef and being amazing and wanting to really, last year, wanting to really take a chance on himself. And I stood behind him 100% because we saw that the restaurant industry was not going to be the same. And it was worth it to not have him just jump into a job that he wouldn't be happy in, but to really do something that he could. And that was the biggest thing was, well, why not, was a big question. And that was what propelled a lot of what we're doing now. So, yeah, so I'm technically part owner of Miss Betty's Cooking and have been always just on the back end helping with
I know
logistics.
you're in every single picture as well, so don't like.
I was
just-
going to say, when you said, stand behind and support, I was like, stand aside.
Yes, which is true.
And support, because you are you're in every meeting, you're on every email, you are, you really, Taj is the face of Miss Betty's, but you are the backbone that keeps it together. And
And
so,
it's that healthcare
That is very
operations
true.
manager.
Right.
You're like, I can keep shit in line. I do this
Danielle is
every
a
day.
badass. Danielle is a badass.
Do you want to be on the board of one podcast here in Denver?
that would
We
actually be pretty awesome.
could add it to the resume. You're stacking them.
so yeah.
I loved it. That was great. And, I think it does stand to say that being two different parts of it, make it the whole. And
Yeah.
so while we do miss Chris today, so like that culinary expertise and the questioning today will not come from me.
I'll help out on the back.
Thank you. And so Taj is going to be my co-host.
Support.
But before I go to Gertie, I have to ask, what's your favorite dish that Taj makes at home that we
God.
haven't seen?
Oh, that we haven't seen.
Or even if we have seen it, we have.
Oh gosh, there's so many.
I bet you didn't see that coming, did you?
Oh my gosh. Surprise! Right? Okay, hands down. Aki and saltfish
Okay.
with next day dumplings, fried dumplings. And what that means,
They stew in the fridge and chill.
they
and that-
have to, because if you cook them the same day and you fry them, it doesn't make sense. It's not going to happen the same way. So you have to
It's the same with
boil
the
them. You have to boil them the night before, which is usually with some other random dish like curry chicken. And then you let them sit out,
That's
dry
seasoned.
out, and then fry them. And just add a little bit of salt and olive oil.
This pizza is not going to do justice.
Oh my
to the shit
gosh.
we're about
I mean,
to
that's
talk
not
about.
fair.
Fish, right? Look at the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a little bit of island
And
here.
for those who've seen it on the
Listen.
Instagram, for those that are listening, go check out the page if you haven't. The fish we have it's like a jerk striped bass, and it was done by Chef Josh, and we're going to get to him, but we're kind of going in an order here.
Yes.
But we're going to talk about the dankness of the food that we brought, as well as what we expect at the table in May 13th. But before that, let's talk to your, I guess, your other partner in crime in this collab.
So-
is from the one from the collab.
So yeah, Gertie Harris.
Gertie.
We met Gertie when we were up in Steamboat in 2018. Her and Connor, and we've been creating history ever since.
Right?
That's all I got to say.
All right, so Gertie, for our listeners that don't know, tell us a little bit about Fireside at 5, as well as how we found ourselves at this table today.
So this is a great question. We started a year ago, back in March, at the beginning of the pandemic. I had been furloughed from my job doing marketing for the Oxford, Crawford, and Maven hotels, which I had loved. And so I was super bummed, and within like a week of being furloughed, I was like, yo, what can we do that's going to like fill a gap right now? Like, what do people need? And that was community, catharsis, and connection. That was
The
the
three Cs.
Yep.
Are those actually all C's?
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah.
I'm also not
You
the
can throw
reader on the
collaboration in there. That's the fourth.
I had to look
So-
to my left to confirm.
I was like, shit, is cathartic a K? We don't use a lot of like
that
big
a big vocab
words,
word?
but it's cool. It's cool.
Between Gertie and my wife, we have to look out today. Yeah.
Leave it to the women to be really, really badass and ready.
I mean,
for
I read
anything.
everything
Okay.
in 140 characters or less. AKA Twitter.
Fair.
All right, continue on. I apologize.
So we started doing fireside chats every night at like 5 p.m. We kind of made it sort of a happy hour thing. So we took a play from like the fireside chats from FDR, and then we added the at 5 for like happy hour. And so it would be like get a beer. We'd keep the chats to like 8 people to preserve the intimacy, and we really like we catered. We made agendas. We made sure that we sent those out in advance so people had time to look through them and check out the resources, and then we'd have a collaborative discussion, and it was facilitated. We had a facilitator, a co-facilitator, and that was like the start of Fireside. And then from there, we basically grew that to work with local brands and organizations who were like, yo, we want to start putting on chats of our own or panels and just like educate people about our brand and like about kind of what our values are and what we represent. And again, this is all during COVID when everyone is so stressed and anxious and nobody really knows where their next paycheck's going to come from, and you lose your health insurance, and it's just like to have a place where everyone could come together and actually just like vent and talk about that. And we broke it out by industry too. So like if you were like in hospitality, and Taj joined so many of our early chats.
Yeah, we were
like,
a part of the first one.
You literally, like,
Yeah,
Taj,
the literal
like,
first one.
literally was
Yeah.
on our hospitality. We did like an F&B.
Yeah, Chris Starkus is a
Yeah,
part of it as
Chris,
well.
Chef
yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
And like the only reason we knew each other was through the Oxford because he was the chef for Urban Farmer. Oh, Connor. Hey. Okay, so
Connor.
Connor's here. I'm going to give him a quick introduction. So Connor's the other co-founder of Fireside at 5. He is here because I accidentally left my key fob on my wrist for my apartment, and he had to drive all the way back to come get it. So,
Yay, Connor.
I'm going to give you a little chance to say hello.
Hey, nice to meet you, Connor. Thank you for joining us this evening, even if it's for a brief moment.
The mystery man in the back.
He does not love this. But He's going to go back to work now.
All right.
Anyway, that was Connor.
Hey.
But yeah, he was the co-founder with me in this whole thing. We're partners too, and he's amazing. And he works as a senior digital strategist for 90 Octane, which is a digital marketing agency here in Denver. So a lot of the marketing that I learn is honestly from